Good afternoon, wonderful people of YouTube, and welcome to a lazy, sleepy, hungover junk food review hosted by the most forgettable person on the internet. So in today's video, we're going to be reviewing these 3 brand new flavors from Krispy Kreme that are all donuts inspired by classic American pies, apparently. So in here we have a banana cream pie donut, we have a cherry pie donut, and we have a Reese's peanut butter pie donut. So basically everything sounds delicious, and yeah, let's just get into it. So I picked these donuts up in my local Tesco store, which has a Krispy Kreme stand. For the 3 donuts, the price altogether was £5.45, so not the cheapest. Hopefully the taste will make up for it. I think I'm going to try them in this kind of order. They are a little bit messy, and I will admit I did drop this box on the floor about 5 minutes ago, and this one may have carpet fibres in it, but you know what? I don't care. But these donuts still all look amazing. I love the kind of crisscrossy kind of vibe they all have going on, and I like the kind of little chunky bits, and they're all a decent size. They are all filled donuts, and I'm just really excited to try them, so let's do it. So let's taste the banana cream pie donut and the carpet fibres first. So this donut is just Krispy Kreme's regular kind of filled donut, so it's an unglazed one. On top, I think we have a Lotus Biscoff icing. We have some kind of dark chocolate squiggles. We have some crumbled Lotus biscuit stuff. And the filling should be banana and Lotus Biscoff flavoured. Don't really understand why we're going so heavy on the Biscoff. It doesn't scream banana pie to me, but you know what? I don't know. So I'm going to cut these in half to give you a kind of cross section of what these fancy creams look like. And then we're going to taste it. So here we have a kind of inside cross section of that donut. You can see that we have quite a thin layer of that Lotus Biscoff icing on top, but you can see if I kind of squeeze it that we've got this kind of creamy banana flavoured filling going on inside there. I can't say I smell banana. I can't really say I smell Biscoff either. I just smell donut. But you know what? That's not a bad smell. So let's go ahead and taste this one. Oh wow. Okay, you might not have been able to smell banana, but that has a gorgeous banana flavour. So the Biscoff frosting on the outside is quite soft. It doesn't have a whole lot of flavour. It's just a kind of vague toasty biscuity flavour. You get a little bit of that dark chocolate taste. You get that kind of fluffy classic Krispy Kreme donut. And that gorgeous filling, it's basically a kind of light and fluffy version of a McDonald's banana milkshake. I was kind of scared it was going to taste like those foam banana sweets you used to get in a pick and mix, but it tastes like a milkshake. That is a great combination. Very happy with that. So that one is honestly better than I expected, and despite me dropping it on the carpet, I think I'll be happy to give this donut a 4 out of 5. Okay, let us move on to the cherry pie donut. So this one looks very classic Krispy Kreme. We have a white kind of plain sugar icing on top here. I think we have a kind of cherry drizzle stuff and some kind of crunchy shortbread pieces, I think. Some kind of crusty, probably the least appetizing word. Some kind of crunchy vanilla shortbready kind of pieces on here. I think this is supposed to have a cherry pie filling. It would make sense given the title, but I don't know if it's going to be a kind of fruity compote filling or if it's going to be a kind of creamy one. So let's cut into it and have a look. Okay, so we cut into this donut and it is definitely a kind of creamy, moussey filling, just like the last one. Very, very tiny amount of kind of fruity flavour. I don't know if this is going to be a kind of tangy cherry flavour. I don't know if it's going to taste like those little kind of fizzy Haribo cherry sweets you get, but this donut looks amazing. It's got a kind of nice, thicker layer of that icing on top, as well as that gorgeous pink creamy filling. Let's give this one a go. Big old punch of cherry flavour coming from that. So again, you have the gorgeous fluffy Krispy Kreme donut. The icing on top, super sweet, as well as the filling. You get a tiny bit of that kind of crunchiness from the crusty bits, but that filling it's like a cherry liqueur or a cherry flavoured gummy sweet. It's a real punch in the mouth of cherry flavour. But even though it is really sweet, the fact that the filling is a nice kind of almost mousse-like texture, it stops it from being too sickly sweet. I'm very impressed with this. This one is definitely one if you like a kind of classic sweet glazed donut. It's a proper dessert kind of thing. Not the best Krispy Kreme donut I've ever had, obviously, but for something that's trying to get across that cherry flavour in both looks and taste, this is a 4 out of 5. Finally, we move on to the one that I am perhaps most excited about, but I must admit it's possibly the most boring of the 3 flavours. The one I am talking about is this big, hefty chocolate Reese's peanut butter pie donut. Granted, as I said, it's a little bit boring and it's not exactly the first thing you think of when you think of American pies. You know, we could have gone for an apple pie, we could have had a kind of coconut cream pie kind of thing, but I think it's always safe to say that a chocolate peanut butter donut is never going to go wrong. You know, people are always going to love it. So let's cut into this one and see what it's like. Okay, so this one certainly has a different kind of filling to the regular Reese's peanut butter donut. Like the other ones, it's kind of a nice fluffy creamy mousse texture. Let me just give you that cross section. This is an exceptionally fluffy looking donut. You can see all the kind of chocolate chips and that chocolate icing and the peanut butter chips on top, and you can see that kind of sweet, fluffy, moussey, creamy peanut butter stuff on the inside. So it smells peanut buttery. I'm excited to taste it. Let's give it a go. As expected, it's bloody great. You get that chocolatiness from on top with the icing, and you get that gorgeous peanut butter mousse in the middle. So like I said, obviously the flavours are nothing mind-blowing. It's a combination that we've known for years, but executed very well. A nice generous layer of that chocolate icing gives you the kind of chocolate flavour on top. The nice thick layer of that chocolate icing on top gives the whole thing that nice chocolatey flavour. The filling, again, much like the other two, because it's light and fluffy, it stops this whole thing from being really kind of heavy and sickly. I think the regular Reese's peanut butter filling is more peanut buttery, but it's also kind of denser and heavier, which is no bad thing. Again, I don't know if this screams classic American pie, and another tiny criticism I would make is that this one could benefit from a little bit of crunch somewhere. The other two had a kind of crunchy component on top. This one, if it had some kind of salted peanuts or something in there, would have been perfect. Taste-wise, there's not much to complain about. I'm going to give this donut another 4 out of 5. Very pleasantly surprised, and, you know, not a total waste of £6. If you guys have tried these new Krispy Kreme donuts, or there's one in particular that you'd love to try, let me know in the comments below. I want to see what you think. As always, if you want to keep up to date with what this ridiculous ugly face is doing on a day-to-day basis, I'll leave a link to all of my socials in the description box below, as well as a link to my Patreon page where you can help support the channel if you want to. In the meantime, that's all I have time for today, guys. I have some donuts to finish. I'll see you for the next one.